Welcome back to another video. Now, it's been a while since I last played Unbound, but I figured that I would try out the update this time and kind of give my thoughts on it and how I feel, my own opinion or whatever. And I gotta say, it's a pretty solid update. I feel like this is something that they should have added like a long time ago. First off, yeah, this game mode is crazy. It is chaotic as hell. Like let's say my first couple of matches, I mean, I had to get used to like the Unbound driving mechanics again, which it feels kind of terrible. I just don't like the really arcadey driving anymore. I'm so used to Motorfest, but it took me a minute to get used to it. But I would say I got absolutely destroyed my first few games. Actually, it wasn't even just my first few games. It was like quite a few games I got destroyed. Some I managed to actually get away and stuff. So anyways, I do like the fact that whenever you get busted, you become a cop, so you're not completely out of the game. I think that is a pretty nice feature. It's not like that in Hot Pursuit. I don't think. No, it wasn't like that in Hot Pursuit from what I can remember. I don't think you become a cop when you get busted. I think you're just kind of out of the whole race until it's finished. So yeah, I do like that it keeps you in the game by making you a cop if you get busted. Other thing is, I wasn't sure if they had all the cars locked behind the speed pass, but I guess that's not. I guess as you level up, you unlock new cars. I also like that. I was kind of afraid that they will lock most of the cars behind the speed wall. From what I've seen, I don't think that was the case. Now, the Crown Vic, I hated it, but once I got to like the Range Rover, I feel like the Range Rover drove a hell of a lot better than the Crown Vic. Crown Vic just felt all boaty and stuff, and it wouldn't turn at times. It was just, that car just felt so disgusting. Another thing I noticed is that I guess they had a playlist that you can start from, like from the menu, so you could choose the game mode. And I noticed that where the racers were in A class and the cops were in S plus, which I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like, I don't know, maybe the cops should be like just one tier above the racers. Because there was like instances where the cops would immediately catch up to me and I was just absolutely cooked after that. Yeah. It was like several times where that happened. Like as soon as you pass the first checkpoint, of course you got invincibility until you pass that first checkpoint, and then it's all up from there. But I remember as I was passing by that first checkpoint, I got immediately annihilated. I mean, so bad to where my car started flipping, then it reset, and then I got annihilated again, and it was just like nonstop until I was done. And I was just baffled by that. So I don't know how I feel about the cops being in S plus while you're stuck at A. And I did think that there was only one class for this game mode that you can be in as a racer. And until I found out later on that there's like you can go to A plus and S, and I think S plus as a racer, or maybe not. Maybe it goes all the way up to S or whatever. So I did like that. But the thing was, it wasn't like, from what I've seen, now I could be wrong, there could have been another way to do it, but from what I've seen, is no matchmaking with that game mode. It's just whoever is in that lobby, which is kind of stupid to me. I hate that. Another thing, and this is something that I want to rant about, and this is something that I really did not like about this update, is the fact that you only have access to these cop cars in this game mode. The fact that they did not let you have these cars in free roam is absolutely wild, and I hate that. why introduce all these cop cars into the game and you cannot use them outside of this mode? What if you want to just free roam with your friends or whatever, and y'all know mess around with the cars or whatever or something like that, but you can't because all these cars are locked behind a game mode? I think that is absolutely terrible, in my opinion. Absolutely terrible. That the fact that you cannot free roam in these police cars, that just takes a whole nother layer of fun out of the game. I don't even know why that's a thing. Another thing is being able to set up a private lobby with friends. Now I know there's a way around that. Of course, you get some friends together in a lobby and then y'all can do it, but I feel like you should be able to do like a custom games, like custom game modes with friends. I don't know why that's still not a thing, especially in today's times with a lot of multiplayer games have like, private lobbies where you can join up with friends and kind of just mess around and have fun, give you more freedom. That's what I would hope that this game would eventually do, is give us more freedom to mess around with the cars and different game modes and stuff like that. I don't understand why that's not a thing, and this is a gripe that I had with Motorfest as well. Motorfest, there's nothing to do outside of a grand race, but we're not gonna stray off. But I was gonna say, like, as well, another thing that I wanted to say is that unlike in Hot Pursuit, and I know this says in Hot Pursuit, this is more of an update, kind of like Hot Pursuit, but in Hot Pursuit the racers were also given tools to be able to defend themselves against the cops. And in this update, that is not the case. So you're pretty much vulnerable to everything that the cops have to throw at you. I remember doing a game and I think they had an EMP. I didn't know they had EMP because I didn't see it until probably like my 6th game when somebody else had it, and there was literally no way I could avoid it at all because they were right up on me. Like, I do like the chaos and the fact it brings a layer of difficulty because the cops are in faster cars. The cops are in faster cars, but also it feels like it could become a problem. It feels a little unbalanced. Like I said, maybe it's just me, but I'm not saying that it should be. I'm not saying that the cops shouldn't be able to keep up with us, but I feel like the cop cars are way too fast. Now there's some people, it does take skill to get away from the cops, like especially if other people are playing as cops. It does take a little bit of driving skill, but at other times it just feels like no matter how good you drive, there's like really no chance for you to get away. It feels almost a little unfair just because the cops are like several tiers above you in car performance, and so they can easily or instantly catch up to you if you're not able to get away fast enough or put a gap in between them. And of course, I know that also depends on your car, but yes, at times I was, like I said, I was getting caught like almost instantly, and once I did, there was nothing I could do. There was no way for me to defend myself against whatever they were throwing at me. So I feel like the racers should have some tools as well to help them evade cops, or at least get them off of you for a little bit so you can try to get a little bit of a distance. Now, I'm not saying they need a little bit, but maybe just something maybe a EMP disruptor or something like that has a fairly decent cooldown or something like that, so it's not unfair for the cops either. But I just feel like I feel like this game mode needs a little bit more balancing or whatever. Other than that, I feel like this is actually a pretty little good update. Like I said, it's a big bummer to me that you cannot use the cop cars outside of the game mode. That is terrible. I gotta say, that is absolutely terrible. And I hope in the future, you know, they become available to use for free roam or whatever, if you want to use them, or even if you want to use them in a race. I just feel like cop cars should be available to you to use in more than just one game mode. That is my biggest gripe with this. My biggest gripe is you should be able to use it outside of this game mode. Other than that, I think it's a solid game mode. I think people will have fun with it. Now, if you're playing with friends, you would enjoy this game mode a lot more, for a lot longer. But if you're just solo queuing and stuff, I say you're gonna have fun with it for like a little bit, and then, you know, you might not even care afterwards, especially since if you're in a lobby or whatever and you start up this game mode, you're still not going to find nobody. That's still a thing too. Now, I know they fixed that for races, so where you can start races without having people, but for this game mode, it should be matchmaking, not depending on the people in your lobby, especially when it comes to using other tiers of cars, because I seen that the playlist refreshes every, you know, however much it does. Now, I don't know if it changes the tiers for that playlist or whatever that you could use to be, you know, as a racer, because A just feels way too slow. I say A plus and up. When I played it with, you know, with one or two other people, and A plus feels a lot better than using the A tier against the cops. At least with A plus, it feels like, you know, you have a lot better of a chance. A is just way too slow. But yeah, I feel like there should be matchmaking. They should have several playlists for this game mode that's in matchmaking for different tiers. That and using cop cars outside the game mode. Those are really my two biggest gripes with the game mode. It does, like I said, it feels a little unbalanced at times or whatever. But other than that, I enjoyed the chaos. It was pretty fun when I played it, but this is not really something that, you know, is going to keep me, or that's going to bring me back to the game long term. At this point, I'm waiting on the next Need for Speed that come out, and hopefully the next Need for Speed that they make will make me love the franchise again, because at this point I'm just kind of over it with Need for Speed. They've been this disappointing lately. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this update. If there's any more that I need to go over, don't really care for the speed pass. I wasn't gonna waste my money getting that for something that I'm not gonna play often at all, or probably play after this experience. But I played for a few hours, and for those few hours I did enjoy it. Now, like I said, this is not gonna bring me back to the game to play more consistently at all, just for the time being, just to try it out. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, y'all's opinions on the new update. And yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord. Link will be down in the description. And just let me know y'all's thoughts down in the comment section. And with that, I say I'm out for now. See you later.